The following presentation is brought to you by the Realm Network.
Let me ask you this, Giovanna. You mentioned a little bit, just touched upon it that you were into gymnastics when you were younger. I kind of get the impression, just looking at you, you're in phenomenal shape. I mean, you look every bit the athlete that Kurt looks. What was that? Was that you growing up and going to high school? Were you very athletic? Were you very into sports?
Yeah. Yeah, I told that to Kurt too because my sister, I had to actually drop all my sports because she had a baby at a very young age. So she had to go to night school, but I did gymnastics. That was the love of my life, but gymnastics started to become really expensive because it's a privately owned thing. So you had to come up, it's not like a school program or anything. You had to go out and pay yourself, pay for those classes.
Right.
And me and my sister, Lucia, we did gymnastics. I'm not even joking, like 5 days a week to like 6 days a week. And then we did it for like 6 hours. And especially during the summer, that's all we did. And we were serious. Like we were so serious about it. But then whenever they raised the prices for the program, that my mom and my dad couldn't afford it, especially with us. So after gymnastics, I started doing diving because it's like very similar to gymnastics. But then I really wasn't feeling it. So after gymnastics, I did softball, which was really fun. I did basketball. What else did I do? I tried soccer, but I really wasn't into running the whole running back and forth.
It's still too much. Yeah.
I kind of got bored with it.
So, like, at what point now do you wanna look into becoming an actress? How does that happen?
I always been fascinated with the industry. I tried when you grow up in a small town, you really don't know how to get in the industry, especially at a young age, until you know somebody who's in the industry that can guide you. Whenever I got into modeling, which didn't work out because my dad wasn't into the whole modeling thing, old school Italian. He thought they did drugs and all that whatever stuff. So it really sucked because I had like the top 12 modeling agencies ringing off the phone, and my dad really wasn't like Ford, an elite modeling agency. They do stuff with Victoria's Secret. That was the love. Like I really wanted to do modeling, but that didn't work out because of my dad. But whenever I got a little older and I could make my own decisions, I got into the acting industry. And one of my very good friends who's a casting agency, I asked her, like when we started hanging out, I asked her, how can I get into this? So she said, listen, you either go to an acting school, you either go to LA and struggle and get experience from out there, or you're going to start from the bottom, which is doing background work and work your way up. So I couldn't go to LA. So I went to Point Park, took some acting classes to get that experience, and then I started doing extra work from the bottom, and then I tried to work my way up. And it's all about who you know.
Yeah.
And it is like, no matter how, there's so many fantastic actors that I run into, and I'm like, why aren't you, bigger than this? It's because it's all who you know.
Yeah.
It's a tough business.
Yeah, but you were also. I looked at your IMBD, and you also though were doing a lot of stunt work as well. Is that true?
Yeah, I did. I worked from the bottom. I did extra work. I did so many movies into that, and then I was just like, I really just don't want to be an actress. I wanted to do everything. So I got into being a stand-in for a lot of famous celebrities, actors, and then.
Can you drop a few names so my show, like I could? It seems like I'm a big deal if you just drop some celebrity names.
Oh my goodness, because I did Rosario Dawson.
Yeah, I want to ask you about this because you know what it says on your IMBD. Because I have this down. I want you to explain this to me. It says that for Unstoppable, right? That you were a photo double for Rosario Dawson. What does that mean? Like, what is a photo? I don't understand that.
Well, I did. I did photo double, did stand-in, and I did a stunt work for her for that movie. A photo double is if they have to look basically exactly like you. If she didn't want to, just like what is it called? What is it? Close-ups,
right?
Where they didn't need the actress,
right?
Because they're paying her so much money, they don't need her for certain things,
right?
So say that I'm like laying somewhere. They don't need the actress for that. They have somebody that looks exactly like her.
Wow. So for photos you're talking about.
Yeah, like for standstills.
Wow,
you know?
I see. I would never. I understand there's body doubles and this and that, but I didn't know that existed for still photography.
Yes. So they just they do, photo doubles, body doubles. Well, body doubles and photo doubles are almost the same thing.
Yeah.
So, and in that movie, she couldn't drive this truck. They didn't really need her, so they asked me to do it. So I drove this truck. If you saw Unstoppable, when the train, the train was coming this way and the truck had to swing around the track.
Yeah.
Well, I had to do that. They didn't need her to do that. So, it's just simple little things like that. I told Kurt actually a few months ago, because, when you want to get into something, you just want to learn every aspect of it. I told Kurt, I was like, I think I want to go to stunt school for fighting. And he looked at me, he's like, are you crazy? He's like, do you know what I had to do to the stunt person when I did Warrior? And I was like, oh, I totally forgot about that, because Kurt really hurt this dude.
Yeah.
So that was out of the question. But
now you also did a little work. I was looking through your stuff. You did for the Twilight series. You did a little work with them, correct?
No, actually, I was auditioning for that movie, but I had a call for LA that I had to audition for the Book of Eli. I don't know actually how that got on my IMDb, because I said no to them, because I rather do the Book of Eli because it was a really bigger part.
Yeah.
But short story,
Was the book of was that Book of Eli? Was that the Denzel thing?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I remember that. Okay. So did you wind up doing work for that?
Oh, I went to LA audition. I didn't get it. So at the end, I was so depressed. So my friends, it's all about who you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was so depressed. So I actually flew to Albuquerque. How do you say it in New Mexico? What's that?
Albuquerque, New
where
Mexico.
They were filming it. So I just stayed out there for a few weeks, and I was just so depressed. But either way, I just hung out with them, and it's a really cool place over there.
Now, Giovanna, I have to ask you this. We got to get into a little slippery slope here. I have to ask you this. I'm not good. You listen. I would never take you places you couldn't go. But right. I have to tell you this. I'll never forget, Giovanna. Kurt had just started working for TNA.
Yeah.
So we're probably looking at, I don't know, he probably started TNA, 2003 maybe?
2006.
So something like that, but I know he just started. And so, it was the first time I started working with Kurt. And I fell in love with Kurt immediately. Listen, people are going to think I'm BSing when I said that. Kurt he's not like the other wrestlers. He's not. He doesn't have an ego. He doesn't put himself first. He isn't driven by money. He's the nicest guy in the freaking world. So immediately, when I met him, there isn't anything I wouldn't do for the guy immediately. And I'll never forget. I remember exactly where I was, because I look back at it now, Giovanna, and I got to tell you, I kind of kick myself now. If we knew now then what we knew now, we might have done things differently. But I'll never forget one day getting a call from Kurt, who he knew I would have done anything for him. And, Kurt kind of explained to me, he's got this wife, Karen, who would be great in the wrestling business, this, that, and the other thing. And I just, at that point, I wanted to do whatever Kurt wanted to do.
Yeah.
So the rest is history. We found the spot for Karen on TV. The rest is history. The reason why I'm asking you that is this, Giovanna.
Yeah.
With your background and your look and your condition, I'm married to Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
You, without a shadow of a doubt, are built and bred almost to be a sports entertainer. Now, is there a part of you that wants to be and maybe a part of you that doesn't want to be based on, some of the stuff Kurt had to go through in the past? Where do you sit on that? Because you're tailor-made for the business. I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah. No, how crazy that it's funny because I always, when me and Kurt are watching wrestling, I sit there and I'm like, dude, if I knew about this long time ago, I would have kicked ass in this. Because I actually understand the business. And when I ask him questions, Kurt's like, wow, a lot of people in the business don't even know that. And it takes like a long time for them to understand that. But I mean, you got to do something that you love. And even though I wouldn't because, a lot of people work their asses off to be in a wrestling industry. And the only reason why I would be in there is because I would be Kurt Angle's wife. And that's not who I am. I do certain things because I work my ass off to be in that situation. Like in the acting industry, I work my ass off to get those positions because I did it. If I did the wrestling industry, it's because I'm Kurt Angle's wife, and I wouldn't be happy about that. And I don't disrespect anybody for doing that, but this is just like I work hard for what I do. And I joke around with Kurt a lot. I'm like, I would totally kick ass if I did this. But is it my love? Is it my passion? No, it's not. If I ended up doing it, it's because I love the whole entertaining aspect of it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Do you and Kurt wind up training together a lot these days?
Yeah, no, we work. Not lately because of Kurt, but yeah, we go to the gym and we work out together. It's a really healthy thing to do with your loved one.
Yeah. So Giovanna, let me ask you this now. With the two beautiful girls, Juliana and Sophia, right? Sophia, not Sophie. Sophia, right?
Sophia.
Yeah. 4 and 2 years old. Where are you with your acting career? Is it on hold? Are you still dabbling in it? Where are you now with that? Because and with Kurt being on the road, obviously you got your hands full. So where are you with your career?
Well, I talked to Kurt about this many times. I can't do the acting industry because it's 12 to 14 hours a day. Mm-hmm. Unless I'm not no idiot. If something really big came along, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, I would totally consider it. But when it comes down to it, if I can't balance my life with my kids, if something is overbalancing my relationship of being a mother and being there for my kids, I'm not going to do it. I refuse. That's my kids are my world, and I will be there for them. I would choose them over anything. So while I was sitting down, and this is actually last year, I love the industry so much. I was trying to put things together and actually came up with a couple of shows that it's actually going to be pitched pretty soon to networks. So I actually became, instead of doing stunts and all that, I actually works with, I work with my friend. She actually works with a lot of movies and TV shows that comes in Pittsburgh, and she owns a production company. We actually teamed up together and we came up with amazing concepts for TV shows for the networks. Everything, I believe everything works for,
Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason. And I actually enjoy doing this, and I could balance I could balance my life doing this.
Yeah, sure. That you could do from home, being a TV producer and creating content, you could do that from anywhere.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hey, you know, Giovanna, I was seeing some cool little pieces online that I didn't even know Kurt did. And,
Yeah.
you know, I guess when he was coming back, and he did a really nice piece about you.
I probably don't even know.
Oh, yeah, it was really, really nice. But was that something you were involved in? Because I don't think it was a TNA project. Was that something Kurt was doing on his own?
Well, I don't know which project you're. Oh, are you talking? Oh, you're talking about that one. I'm not allowed to talk about that.
Oh, you know, okay, yeah, because I thought it was very good. I had never seen it before, so I was just kind of wondering where that came from.
If me and you are thinking about the same thing, Kurt is actually working on a really, really big project right now, and we are not allowed to talk about it.
Okay, cool.
But you guys will be hearing about it very soon.
Well, as long as there's a role for me in it, I'll keep my mouth shut. I'm not. Hey, listen, do you think, Giovanna, that you know, Mr. Angle can pop in and say hello, so I can see how his health is, and then I want to ask you a question in front of him. That's the main reason.
Okay. He's. Come on, baby.
Tell him I want to see those beautiful blue eyes.
Come on, baby. Sit next to mama.
Look at him. Look at him with the smile and the beautiful blue eye. Kurt, we just put you over for an hour, bro, the both of us. I think I put you over more than Giovanna, though, to be honest with you. How are you feeling, Kurt? You got the neck surgery. How are you? You got the smile glued on your face. How are you feeling, Kurt?
I'm doing okay. I have a lot of pain.
Hey,
I had a rough month, so
Yeah.
just trying to make it back to normalcy. That's all.
But you're pretty much up and around now?
Yeah, for the most part. A lot of times I have to lay back down and give my neck a rest. It's just taking some time. This time has been probably the toughest.
Yeah. Now, Kurt, that you had a tumor removed from your neck, right?
Yeah, I had a tumor removed from my neck, and that required surgery. When I had the surgery, I had a massive amount of fluid that was stayed in my neck around my spinal cord, and it started pushing up into my brain. So I had to have another surgery to have that relieved. So I'm just recuperating from those two surgeries.
Now, did you have the tumor saved so we could sell it on eBay and make a couple bucks?
No, I haven't
You're
even
so
seen
crazy.
the tumor. So.
All right, listen, Kurt, I brought you on for a reason. This is the Giovanna show. I brought you on for a reason, though, because I'm going to put Giovanna on the spot now on her own show.
You've been putting me on.
Okay.
Nah, this is the one now, because he's sitting right there, Mr. Blue Eyes. He's sitting right there. Giovanna, as the wife, happy anniversary, by the way, Kurt. I know it was just
Thank
3
you.
years, okay?
Last
Tell us something, as wrestling fans, tell us something about Kurt Angle that we would not know.
Is that for Giovanna?
That's for Giovanna.
Oh, for me, I thought
For
it was
you, no, for you. You're married to the guy, for goodness sakes. Tell us something about Kurt that we would not know.
I don't even know. You guys basically know everything about him.
Oh, come on now.
Well,
Does he sing in the shower?
nah.
No. Does he sing lullabies to the children?
Whenever they're singing, yes,
Yeah.
he does. I honestly don't even know that question. What do you think?
Kurt, what do you think? Tell me something about you that we don't know, Kurt. Because I put over, and so did Giovanna. Listen, we know you're a great dad. I told Giovanna, bro, you're the nicest human being. Forget wrestler. You're the nicest human being I've ever worked with. I love Kurt. I had a show on the other day. I don't remember who I was talking to. Maybe it was Bubba. I think I had Bubba on. Bro, I swear to God, for as long as I worked with you, Kurt, bro, I don't even remember you getting mad. I never saw you get mad. I mean, not one time. So is there anything about you that we don't know?
I don't know, Vince.
You know what? I don't know if you guys know this. I can't even watch the news around him because he prays so much. I'm not even joking.
Wow.
I cannot put the news on because he will be praying throughout the whole news for those people that's injured or whatever.
That's unbelievable,
Like,
Kurt.
I'm not
That
even
is-
joking. If I talk about something, if I even say something with like a scripture from the Bible, he will say a little prayer about it. He prays he prays for other people more than himself, which is beautiful. But
hey, Kurt, you know what we have? You know what we have to do one time, Kurt. Kurt, listen. A lot of my channel, Kurt, has been about God, Christianity. I had last couple of weeks. I had Nikita on. I just had Lex on. We talked about God for an hour. I have a show, Kurt, on my network. It's called About Life. It's every Sunday night, 100% Christianity. I'd love to bring you on that show one night, and that's all we talk about, man.
oh,
That would be good, Vince.
he's your
I would
man.
do it. I would do
He's
it.
your man.
Oh, yeah, I would love to have you on that show.
You're alley, man. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah, that's me. I would love to do it.
Oh, that'd be great, Kurt, because I would love to hear. Bro, I know how spiritual you are. I know that, but I never saw the full scope. We never really had a long conversation. I would love to do that with you. That would be great.
That sounds good, Vince. We'll do it.
Well, Giovanna, I want to thank you so much for doing this. I know, you don't like doing this kind of thing, and I kind of had to pull your leg a little bit. I hope you had fun. Did you have fun doing this?
I always had a nervous breakdown because I was scared because those wrestling fans. Oh my gosh, they even love you, or they're your worst enemy.
Yeah, no, but hey, listen, I do the best. Yeah, I do the best I can with this show. The last thing I want to talk about is wrestling. So, I hope you had a good time on the show.
It was awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. And Kurt, when do you think you'll be back? When do you think you'll be up and around? When do you think we'll see you again?
I don't know. I would say maybe September if I'm lucky. But, I'm going to take my time with this because it's going to need time. There's no doubt about it. This was a lot more serious than I thought it would be. I told TNA when I had the surgery, I'll see you next week. I really thought I'd be back in a week.
Yeah.
And it didn't work out that way. So I'm still nursing this thing, and I'm hoping to be back. I heard we're going to have tapings possibly at the end of September, so I'm hoping to be there by then.
Well, Kurt, let's face it, bro. If you came back and wrestled when you were 50, you'd be wrestling like you were 30, for crying out loud. So does it really matter?
No, it doesn't matter. As long as I get healthy, you're right.
And Kurt, Giovanna, she kind of confirmed to everybody watching that you are a machine because she said that the two children kind of came back to back, Kurt, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so that was confirmed right here. But anyway, Kurt, we won't get into that. But Giovanna, Kurt Angle, I love the both of you very much. You're great human beings. Giovanna, I'll bring you on again. We'll talk about it again. And Kurt, bro, you know how much I love you. If I tell you more, if I tell you more, people are going to start talking about us. You know what I mean, Kurt? But listen, Giovanna, Kurt, thank you so much for joining us. Keep in touch, and God bless.
God bless you, Vince. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
All right, take care.